Y'all, let me tell y'all how these little niggas try to rob me. It's story time. Y'all, I'm about to tell y'all how I almost got robbed last night. So, it's definitely story time. But y'all already know what it is. Before we get into this vlog, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that every time I post. And make sure y'all follow up on Instagram and TikTok at Jasmine Lab. Y'all, so I'm on the way to work right now, so just excuse the driving. Alright. So last night, I got off work around like 6:11, something like that. I had to go to IKEA so that I could finish my closet. So I was like, you know, it's still light outside or whatever. I'm going to just go to IKEA real quick, get this stuff. I knew what I was looking for. I knew what I needed. So I was like, I'm going to just go there and get the stuff or whatever. So I pull up at IKEA in College Park. And it was still light outside. Went in the store, got my stuff. And one of the items that I had to get, like one of the shelves that I had to get for one of my little wardrobes, you had to go pick it up. You couldn't like go to the aisle and pick up the stuff yourself. So they give you a piece of paper or whatever, you go pay for it, and then you gotta go pick it up from the little pickup place, whatever, furniture pickup. There you go. It's the furniture pickup. So I go to the furniture pickup or whatever, I get my stuff, and the lady tells me, which was weird to me, she tells me, look, you don't have to bring the cart back to us, just leave it in the parking lot. So I'm like, okay. So it was weird to me because most people that work at the store, they want you to bring the cart back up to the store, right? So, okay, whatever. So I go out in the parking lot and I'm like, dang, it's dark. But I don't have anybody with me. So I'm like, I can't just, like, I don't know if you've been to IKEA before, but if you haven't, they have like an area where you can back your car up to the store, but you gotta leave your cart right there. So now that I've thought about it, and to help everybody else if they're in this situation, if you're by yourself, ask the people that you pick the stuff up from, like, can I leave my basket that I had to go to the aisle and actually get stuff too. And then I actually picked up some other shelves from the furniture pickup area. Next time, just ask them, if you're in a situation, ask them if they can just watch your cart so you can go get your car and bring it up to the store. That would have been smarter and safer. I didn't do that. Didn't think about it. So I go to my car, whatever, and I'm like very, very, very aware of my surroundings. So I'm literally like looking everywhere and stuff like that. So I'm looking. I can literally tell you the people that were in the parking lot. Like, I don't know the people, but across from me was a couple, a white couple. It was a lady and a man, and they had a toddler daughter. She was probably about 4. They were changing her diaper. She was 4, probably about 4, yeah. But they was changing her diaper in the back of the truck. Then, across from me on that side was an African guy. He was putting his stuff in the car. Over there was a black lady, and she was pregnant. And behind me was I don't know, they were like an Oriental couple, but they were older. Those were the only people that I saw in the parking lot that were by me. So, I'm literally like putting my stuff in the car, and mind you, I'm on the end. I back in everywhere I go. I back in. So I'm backed in, and I can literally see everything. There's an aisle in front of me, and then there's a car behind me, and it's a pole behind me, a light pole behind me. But there were no lights in the parking lot. I'm so confused. So when you go to IKEA, there's like this thing, this long thing that's over top of the cars. It's like shade, but it looks like there's lights under it. There were no lights going on. So I was told those were solar panels. Clearly they weren't charged. I don't know what's going on, but it was dark in that parking lot. Like, you could see a little bit. It wasn't like completely pitch black, but it was dark. So I'm like right next to the median. So like there's like a little grass median right next to me. So I'm like, I got my cart bumped up against the curb, and the basket's like in front of my car a little bit. But like, I could get out if I need to, but I'm gonna just like hit that basket. So I'm putting my stuff in the back seat, putting all my stuff in the back seat. I'm literally looking around. Nobody, nothing, right? Nothing. So Something tells me, this was my second thing, because the lady told me in the store the first time, just leave the basket in the parking lot, which was weird, right? Something tells me, y'all know that intuitions don't never lie. Something tells me, leave that fucking cart right there. That was literally my intuition. It literally said that. Leave that fucking cart right there. Don't take that basket. Leave that fucking cart right there. So I was like, well, I gotta move the basket a little bit in order to get out. So I just literally put the basket around that little median in the parking spot that's next to the median, right? When I tell you, I open the door. So my keys, all I have to do is touch my doorknob. I have to have my keys in my pocket. I touch my doorknob, unlock the door. It unlocks the door. So I open the door, sit my butt on the seat, and close the door. I have a habit of, as soon as I close the door, I lock it. It's an automatic thing. I don't turn the car on yet. I literally just, I lock the car. So that's what I did. Set my butt in the seat, close the door, lock the door. When I tell you the minute I locked the door, I heard banging. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. And I heard tugging on the door. But it didn't dawn on me the door was getting tugged. That banging is what threw me off. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like looking behind me, looking at my rearview mirror. I'm like, I don't see shit. This is literally my face. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Like, what is going on? I'm like just looking around. I'm like, what the hell? And mind you, it's dark in the parking lot. So then it dawns on me to look to my left. Y'all. When I tell y'all, there are two little niggas standing there, two black guys standing there with ski masks on. If you don't know me, it might not like hit you the same, but when I told my friends, they was like, bro, you play too much. I was like, I had to clench my pearls, girl. This little nigga try to rob me. Oh, hell no. That was literally my whole thing. Like, y'all got me effed up. What y'all think this is? When I tell you we literally standing there looking at each other, they had stopped banging. Because they looking at me like, this bitch not even scared. What's up? Like, what's good with her? I was so appalled. Y'all little niggas try to rob me? Y'all thought I was a quick lick, huh? Because I'm little. That's what y'all thought? Y'all got the wrong one. Y'all got me stuck. Like, what? Y'all trying to rob me? Y'all thought y'all hit a quick lick. Oh, alright. I was so calm. So for me, I'm like very calm in wild situations. For whatever reason, I don't really panic. I don't panic in the moment. So I was like calm as a mug. So they start banging again. They banging, they tugging on the doorknob. I literally put my foot on the brake, started my car. This is all what I'm looking at. I'm looking at them the entire time because I want to know what they're going to do next. Like, I want to be aware. I don't want to just like be scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not paying attention to them. I'm just over here like, oh my God. Like, nah. So I'm like really calm, put my foot on the brake, put my finger on the button to start the engine. And my car is like, because they're banging, I can't hear my car start. So I'm like pushing, I have buttons. My Prindle is not like a, you know, like most people have like the little gear shift or whatever. I have buttons. So I'm like pushing my D button for drive, like pushing my D button. And I can't hear it like the little bling, like it's like a little soft like bling when you hit the button. I can't hear it because they're banging. So I push the button again because I'm looking at them. I'm not looking down here. So then I'm like, Jasmine, look down there. So I look down there and it's green. So I'm like, all right, I could dip. So they're banging, still tugging on the door. And I swerve off. I don't swerve to the point. I got both of my hands on the steering wheel because I'm like, I can swerve. I know how to swerve to make noise and not hit something. So I swerve and it makes like a noise because I'm like, I want everybody in the parking lot to look. And I got both my hands on the steering wheel. I didn't want to take both my hands off the steering wheel to honk the horn, which would have been smart, but I'm like, if I take my hands off the steering wheel, I might mess around and hit something. So I didn't want to do that. So when I was talking to my friends, they was like, why do they keep tugging on the doorknob? And I'm like, I'm thinking that most people just get frantic, they panic, and they hit a familiar button, which is an unlock button. So when they hit the unlock button, if they tugging on the freaking door, then they're gonna open the door and they're gonna grab your ass. They either gonna carjack you and take your car, or they're gonna take whatever you got in the car. So either one, you getting robbed. So that's what I came to the conclusion of. So I'm like, you have to stay calm in a moment like that. If somebody is trying to rob you, if you look to your left and you see ski masks, they're trying to rob you in some kind of way. They're trying to rob you for your car, or they're trying to rob you for what's in your car. So don't hit the unlock button. Start the goddamn car and get the fuck. Get away. Don't sit there and try to prove yourself because you don't know what they have. Just get the fuck. Get away from them. Get away. So, sorry y'all. We back. So the IKEA in College Park, I swerved towards the entrance of the store because I want people to know what's going on. So as I'm swerving and pulling off, they're still tugging on my doorknob. They're still freaking banging on my window, banging on my door and on the top of my car, right? So they're like running alongside of the car. And when they realize like, I'm not stopping, I'm not opening the car, I'm not doing all of that, they finally stop and they run behind my car. Like run back towards the store. So at this point, I've gotten to the light. So I've swerved in front of the store and got to the light of the, by the IKEA to go like on the Beltway and stuff like that. So now at this point, now I'm shaking because I'm like, that shit is finally set in. Like when my adrenaline is pumping, usually I'm not scared. Like I'm just very like, I gotta get out of this situation, Jasmine. You gotta think. You can't be panicking. Like you have to think. You got a daughter to go home to. You got a family that needs you. Like you gotta think. So I'm usually very, very calm. Y'all have to stay calm in situations like this. Cannot be panicking, y'all. Stay calm. So, okay. So I get to the light or whatever. And at this point, I'm like looking behind me. I'm trying to make sure they're not following me. I'm trying to make sure they didn't get in the car and they about to do something dumb. And there's about to be a chase somewhere. So I'm like looking behind me. It's cool. Nobody followed me. Great. Excellent. So I was literally just going to go home, but I just really wanted to make sure. So I literally drove all through College Park, through Greenbelt, and then got on the Beltway to go home. So at this point, I had called my mom. And then I hung up. Because I was like, I need to call IKEA because I need to freaking let them know what's going on. There's always a fed in IKEA, a police officer in IKEA. So I remember when I was leaving, there was a police officer in IKEA. So I was like, I'm going to call IKEA and I'm going to warn them, like, look, the police officer that's inside, he need to go outside to the parking lot and make sure people are okay. So I Googled the number to IKEA. Of course, it's a 1888 number. So I get through the dispatch. They can't get me through to the IKEA in College Park. It's taking too long. Right now I'm frantic. I ain't got time for that. I don't feel like it. So I'm annoyed. So I'm like, forget it. So I called my mother, and my mom has mail right now because Onyx is at work. So I'm like, Mom, take me on speaker. Because my mother always puts people on speaker. As soon as she gets on the phone, she puts people on speaker. I'm like, Mom, take me on speaker because she has mail. So she's like, what's wrong? I'm like, Mom, why these little niggas try to rob me? She like, what? Girl, I tell her the whole story. She like, oh my God, girl, I would have called 911. I'm like, bet, I'm about to call 911. I'm going to call you back. Listen to this, T. Y'all wonder why I don't with the feds. This is why. We've got to do better. Like, we have to do better. 911. 911. Ring, ring. There's like this recording or something where they like put this elevator music on. First of all, that's the first no-no. Y'all need to have enough dispatch. I don't know what y'all gotta do. I don't know if y'all need to get AI to answer the phone or something. But that little elevator music and all that stuff, if I was in my home and somebody was robbing me or something like that, y'all would have got. There's no way. Because it took too long. It literally took me 1 minute and 30 seconds to get through on that call to somebody. That is freaking ridiculous. When I say ridiculous, that is ridiculous. Cool. Finally get through to somebody. When I tell you this lady came on the phone with an attitude, she came on the phone with an attitude. 911 dispatch, can I help you? Oh, this type of time we on? This the type of time we on? Okay. But I need something from her, right? So I'm not gonna have an attitude. I'm gonna keep it cordial. I'm gonna keep it cool. Keep it nice and cute. Which I call it the mirror. So I'm like, I was just at the, I didn't say it like this, but I said I was at the IKEA in College Park, and these guys just tried to rob me. So she's like, okay, so you didn't get robbed. No, I didn't get robbed. I said I almost got robbed. Okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to file a police report? I'm like, yeah, I would love to file a police report. Okay, so where are you? Are you still at IKEA? I said, no, I left there because I was almost robbed. Okay, well, in order to make a police report, you got to go back to IKEA. Excuse me? This when I was like, I'm about to lose it. So you want me to go back to the place that I almost got robbed in order to make a police report? I can't make it over the phone? I mean, well, as long as you're in PG County, you can meet him somewhere else. But like, if you want a police officer to go out to IKEA, then you would need to go back to IKEA. Okay, so in order for me to make a police report, and in order for the, yeah, almost hit me. And in order for the police officer to come out to the scene, and in order for me to make a police report, I gotta go back to IKEA. Well, I mean, no, but it would just be easier. She has not asked me anything about what happened yet. This is why I'm annoyed. So instead of you getting the information, you're trying to make this shit difficult for me. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, well, I can meet him somewhere. But I really would like for a police officer to go out to the scene. Before these guys leave, I need them to get the people. I said there's a lot of old people, there's pregnant people, there's people with kids. Like, I would really like for somebody to go out to the scene. Okay, so what happened? I said, okay, so I was putting my stuff in the car, and something told me just leave the basket in the parking lot. So I left the basket in the parking lot. As soon as I got in the car and closed the door, I locked it. And they were at my car banging on my door. They had on ski masks. So did you see what they look like? Literally cut me off. Did you see what they look like? Yes, they were young black males, African American males. But they had on ski masks, but they were young. They were probably like 16, 17 years old. Like, that's what I could tell. So you really didn't get a good look at them because they had on ski masks. I said, I got a good look at them, but I mean, I didn't like stick around to like really examine what they were looking like. They were both skinny. It was two of them. They were skinny. So did they have weapons? I didn't see any weapons. I didn't see a knife. I didn't see a gun. But like I said, I didn't stick around long enough to, you know, really see what was going on. Like, really see what they had. They didn't pull it out from what I could tell, no. So were they on foot or were they by car? Well, when they were trying to rob me, they were on foot because they were standing there banging on my door. But I didn't see where they went, like, you know, what they got into when I pulled off. Okay, so which way did they go? They ran behind my car. I was in the parking lot. So which street did they go down? I was in the IKEA parking lot. There was no street. It was the IKEA parking lot. They were in the parking lot. Okay, so, all right. So we're going to have a dispatch out there soon. Like, we'll dispatch somebody out there soon. Do you want to add anything else? No. Okay, thank you. He got off the phone. I wanted to be like, bitch, are you kidding me? Like, if this was a kid who was making this call about maybe their mom almost getting robbed because the mom is frantic, how is a kid supposed to answer stuff like that? You cutting them off. You're not listening. You're not taking notes. Like, I don't understand what this world is coming to. For one, the economy is so bad right now that people feel like they have to rob people for their stuff that they worked hard for. That is sad. Go get a job. Go do something with your life. And I get it. Like, people are check to check. Like, people are literally living check to check right now. Sorry, y'all. People are living check to check right now. People can't live the life that they really want to live. They see Instagram, they see everybody, you know, really living this luxurious life and stuff like that. And people want that. And people feel like it's not fair, so they're going to take from everybody else. But that's not the answer, y'all. Like, everybody is out here living, they living a hard life too. For y'all to be sitting there and taking from them, y'all don't know what they got going on in their life. I ain't got money like that. You take it from me, you ain't getting too much. I'm telling you that now. Like, leave these people alone. You gonna fuck around, and you gonna fuck around, and you gonna fuck around, you gonna meet the wrong person. I'm telling you, and they're gonna blow your motherfucking brains out. You done met your match. You robbed somebody. Y'all little niggas keep trying to rob people, and y'all ain't got shit on y'all. I'm telling you, y'all gonna meet the wrong person. They're gonna put a gun up to your head, and that's gonna be the end of your life. Was it worth it? Was it worth trying to steal somebody's car or trying to take somebody's shit? Now you done got your damn brains blown out. Stop fucking with people. Leave people alone. If I would have had my daughter here, it might have been a different story. I'm not gonna lie to you. But like, y'all, don't move around at night, because these little kids are crazy nowadays. They act like they ain't got nothing to lose when literally they got their whole life in front of them. They was literally like 16, 17, maybe 18 years old. They was not 21. They were young. You could see it in their eyes. When I was looking at them, they was literally looking at me like, oh my gosh, she's not scared. That's how you know they young. They not old. Older people, they gonna bust your window. They gonna do something. They gonna fuck your car. My car was perfectly fine. Like, just leave people alone. But this economy, y'all, we gotta do something. And we gotta do better with these kids, especially the boys. Y'all, give your kids something to do so that they are in the house and not out here robbing people. Seriously, we gotta do better. We gotta do something. This is not working. But y'all, that is literally my story time of how I almost got robbed. First time ever. Scared the shit out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it definitely opened my eyes, because I knew I was aware, but like, that shit right there, I don't know where they came from. I don't have no idea. But I will see you on the next vlog. Bye, guys. Stay safe out there.